Welcome everyone, Daryl Ecklund here, Managing Editor with Motocross Action magazine. Behind us is the 2019 KTM XCF off-road bike. This isn't our usual cup of tea, but there's not many differences between this bike and the SX version. So we thought we'd hop on, try something different, and see how it performs on, well, off-road and as far as motocross track. A lot of riders that we test on at REM, there's not a lot of jumps, they're a little older, they're vet novices, vet intermediates, and they really like plus suspension with a little more mellow of a power band. We thought we would try this out. We'll get back to you with our first impression, but first, I'm gonna have KTM's David O'Connor explain the technical details about this bike and how it differs from the SX version.
Hi, I'm David O'Connor with KTM North America Media Relations Department. We're at Milestone Motocross Park today. We're doing something different with Motocross Action. Normally we test motocross bikes, so the motocross model is the SXF. Today we're doing the 2019 KTM 250XCF. So I'm going to go over some of the changes on this bike. This platform was all updated for 2019, a lot of the same changes as the SXF. So the big differences in the models, you can obviously see it's got the bigger gas tank. The handguards come standard. It's got the off-road tires, the 81s, 18-inch rear tire, the kickstand. So the transmission is a 6-speed transmission. The bike is very much based on our SXF. This is our cross-country version. Pretty interesting to see Motocross Action test an off-road bike. I'm excited to see what the test riders say about it here today at Milestone. Check out the website, upcoming issues for your test and review.
We just got done with our initial day of testing with the XCF 250, and it definitely has a different power characteristic, but it was only due to the 6-speed gearbox. It's a wide ratio transmission, and first gear is the same, but second and up are a lot wider and actually pulls longer. The suspension obviously is on the lighter side. It's definitely soft. If we weren't jumping, coming to the corners and braking bumps, it was actually really supple, and a lot of us liked it. It didn't really bottom out that much, and a lot of us, even the pro guys, had a good time on it, just as long as they weren't jumping the triples or something like that. As far as the gas tank, you know, it's a bigger tank, but a lot of the weight's a lot lower, so you really didn't feel it going side to side or anything like that, like the bigger desert tanks do that, but usually the weight's up top. It's hard to say anything bad about it for a motocross bike other than it is soft. The 18-inch reel really didn't affect too much. It actually was a better in some instances, coming in and it's just braking bumps going through the corners and stuff like that. But obviously we got a lot of testing to do, and this isn't an off-road course by any means. There's a skid plate on this bike, but it's not standard. It actually comes out of the KTM Power Parts catalog. David puts them on all the off-road bikes just so the frame doesn't get scratched out and stuff. It'd be nice to actually take this one and bolt it on the SX version if you like, but it doesn't really mess up the characteristics of a stiff, rigid skid plate like carbon fiber. That was definitely a plus. And then the Dunlop AT81 rear tire, that kind of breaks down a little bit on the motocross track. But it's really good for off-road technical stuff in the hills. So I think for testing going forward, we'll probably add 1 or 2 teeth on the rear and make it more moto-y coming out of corners, more snappy, and instead of having that like long, mild power going forward. So we're gonna go do some off-road riding and get a better feel for it in its natural terrain, and then have a full ride up in the magazine for you guys.